MattyRocks on location at NAMM 2015, day number 3. I'm at Wood Violins with the owner, the creator of Wood Violins himself, Mr. Mark Woods. Thanks for joining me, Mark.
Nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you guys. We love you guys.
So how's NAMM going for you? It's day number 3. What have you encountered so far?
We have encountered insanity and craziness and great support. We're celebrating our 25th anniversary, so we've got this instrument, which is a gold-plated Viper, right here, one of a kind, and we're only building 25 of them, and then that's it. So this is serial number 1. It's gold leaf on the whole instrument, so it's really awesome. So we're celebrating 25 years of destruction of the string industry.
Very nice. Where do you guys come up with the designs for all of your violins?
Well, you know, if you want to, actually, you know what? Let me see if I can find here. Like this is the traditional world of violin, which is beautiful. Stradivarius's $10 million violins, and this world hasn't changed in 400 years until I came along. So this is our start point. But I never was influenced by this. I was influenced when Hendrix played and the guitar world. Solid body instruments, and really instruments that can speak much more personable than something like this. It's a really interesting world that we live in as string players because we're steeped in tradition. And tradition's beautiful, but it also smells of a museum and smells of formaldehyde. Not quite interested in that. So what we want to do is we want to innovate and send the message out that string players are creative, just like Cassandra Sotos, and other players who really want to do something different, like everybody else, the keyboard players, drummers, guitar players, all exploring different things, and it's our time now to shine.
Right on. Mark, you make violins. What is the experience that you want each one of your artists to experience when they put that violin on their body to play?
What's important is finding their own voice. So you have everybody's individual playing, again, similar to the guitar world. In one note, you can tell who's Jimi Hendrix. One note, Joe Perry. One note, Eric Clapton, Eddie Van Halen. We don't have that identification as much because we're steeped in classical music. We all play very similarly. So with my instruments, we hope to find their personal voice so that everyone starts to develop their own style.
What separates you from other violin makers out there?
There are none.
There are none.
There are no competition. Well, the biggest thing about our company is we're built in America. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me hear a big cheer from our Americans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, as you know, 90% of our world is built in China, which is cool, good quality. But I like it built in America, in New York. So anyway, we have craftsmen, Joe's over there, and these are the real guys who sit in a room in New York sanding, carving all day long. It's really, really fun to have that as a company.
You make a beautiful product.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Where can people keep up with everything that's going on with Wood Violins, and how can they find out more about the product?
Well, thank you. I think of social networking, Facebook, it's woodviolins.com, and I'm markwoodmusic.com. And if you want to pan over to a really funny picture, are you ready? Before you were born. This is me with my first original inventions that changed everything. We have a double neck violin, we got a violin that glowed, we had a violin with a barrel at the end of it, and a violin with a human hand and arm with a knife through it that the string sat on. Was I insane?
That's some history there.
Oh yeah. So again, for 25 years, this is me and Joe, 25 years ago, building instruments, and it's been an incredible adventure.
Very nice. Well, I'm glad we caught up with you, Mark.
Oh, my pleasure. We love you guys. So MattyRocks.
MattyRocks.
We love it.
Right on. MattyRocks and Mark Woods at Wood Violins, NAMM 2015. MattyRocks out.
How you doing? I'm Joe. Been with Wood Violins for 25 years. Mark and I started in a little small shop back on Long Island. Did you see my photo over there? Okay. Now, the first few instruments we built were basically made from scavenged parts that we had around the shop, mismatched sets of guitar machines, scrap aluminum from my friend's sign shop. Mark's dad also had a wood shop, so we got a lot of the lumber and stuff from him. And it's actually wonderful and somewhat hard to believe this is what we have going on right now. I'm incredibly proud of it and have put the effort in and got to the achievement where I really wanted to be.